What's up, babe? What you doing?
Baby.
I am 31 weeks pregnant today, but we've had a really busy day. So I'm just going to do belly shots today and then film the rest of the video tomorrow whenever we get the chance, because we're going up to my mum's for Easter, so it's going to be a really busy day, but oh well. I'm 31 weeks pregnant and 1 day as of recording this bit. I did do belly shots, which I'll add in at the end yesterday, just so that they were on time. But yeah, I've had a very busy Easter weekend. I had all these plans to plan this video, but of course they all fell through because I just feel really sick. If you haven't watched my other videos, basically I have a ureaplasma infection, which was fine because we thought it was treated, but turns out the strain I have is resistant to antibiotics that I was on. So now I have to go on the antibiotics that make me really sick, which I started today. So obviously now I'm really sick and super dreading my next dose, which I have to, thanks Mills, which I have to take after this video. So this is going to be a long video because I'll procrastinate the whole time. I did text Mika a bunch of pregnancy stuff
That you wanted to talk about?
that I wanted to talk about. I will find that message in a sec. At the moment, the rib pain is really bad. I've also had really bad hips lately. Hip, back, rib pain, all my skeletal everything is just hurting. Another thing that's been popping up again, it sort of comes and goes, but it's been really bad lately, is my heartburn. I have had reflux before pregnancy, but only rarely. Come pregnancy, it's obviously popped up because it's a symptom you get in pregnancy. But it's gotten really bad lately, to the point where I can't eat all night. I have to like sleep with all these pillows piled up literally as high as possible, and I have to pretty much be sitting up to sleep, and even then it's really uncomfortable. I wake up all the time literally having thrown up in my mouth. I actually have to take a bucket with me when I go to the toilet, because obviously if I do need to throw up, I'm using the toilet, so I can't throw up in it. And I pretty much carry the bucket around. It's either beside my bed in the toilet or beside the couch, which is where it is at the moment. I haven't actually thrown up, but I feel like a lot of that is just willpower, because I really feel like throwing up a lot. And it's not even nausea. I still get a little bit nauseous now and then, but it's like just having all that burning stuff come up makes me nauseous and makes me feel like I want to throw up. But it's definitely separate to nausea, if that makes sense. Here we go. While I'm at it, semi-plan my 31 week update. So this is what I said to Mika. My semi-plan was pathetic. I just said to Mika, got blue veins appearing on my tummy. But yeah, I do have blue veins appearing on my tummy. I have had blue veins like above my boobs.
On your chest?
On my chest. They popped up at the beginning, but they're not really noticeable and they haven't gotten worse. But there are definitely more veins visible on my stomach now. Also want to talk about my little skin tags. I have these, I'm just gonna like clutch my boobs. I have these little skin tags, I call them, but I don't really know what they are. They're literally just like tiny little bits of skin that are just popping up, mainly around my chest. I get them like down the sides. What is this called?
That's your ribs.
Yeah, like down the sides of my chest where my arms sit, and those ones seem to get a bit inflamed and red, I assume because like sweat is there and I'm rubbing them. And they're literally just little like tiny little lumps of skin that just sticks up. And I don't know what they are, but they seem harmless, and the cats are throwing themselves against the door. What else did I say? How crazy my acne has flared up and how oily my skin is. It is doing really well right now, but
It felt good earlier.
yeah, but that is like the last day it's been okay. The past week has been terrible. Like, I will have just washed my face and already I can feel like oil just on my skin. It's like I've put oil all over my face, and I had the worst pimples come up around my chin. They were really painful, and they've started to die down a bit, but then now I feel like I've got them around my nose. Still short of breath. That has been a constant for ages now. I'm still going to the toilet a lot during the night. I think it's getting worse.
Did you go 8 times on that?
Yeah. I'll wake up every hour or two and get up and go to the toilet. Every single time I wake up to roll over, I have to go to the toilet. Another thing I've noticed during the night is that the sides of my leg, like up here, especially my thighs,
Yes.
but like outside of my thighs, will get numb. Like really bad numbness,
Right.
pain.
From laying on them?
From
Or-
laying on them, but I won't even have to lay on them for long. It's really annoying, especially because especially when I like wake up, go to the toilet, come back, and then switch sides, and I'll be on that side for like 5-10 minutes, and then I'll have to roll back over because the whole side of my leg has gone numb and is really painful. Nighttime is just a really big struggle now. I'm constantly tired. I don't understand how strong a uterus must be that the little turd's feet don't actually poke right through it. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago,
2 weeks
baby basically turned over and started kicking my placenta and like my spine and stuff, which I couldn't feel very well, and I had a panic, went to the hospital and everything because I thought his reduced movements, that's something you're meant to panic about. But Bub's all fine and dandy, and since then he's sort of half turned back over. He's sort of not quite sure which way he's going to face just yet. But oh my gosh, he's back to kicking like crazy. Only they're not kicks anymore. I feel like he's run out of room to get up enough
So it's kind of
power
like,
to actually kick it.
It's like,
Yeah, he sort of like pushes and then rolls his foot around because he can't fit it anywhere.
yeah.
But honestly, there's some times where I do not understand how strong a uterus must be not to just break when he does it, because it's so strong sometimes. But yeah, he kicks really strong, though he hasn't been wriggling too much the last day or two. Also might talk about other scars and marks stretching out and whatnot. Apparently I said I would do that.
Stretch marks?
Yeah, the stretch marks. I think I was talking about the actual scars on my stomach. Is it on this side? I had a surgery, so I have like scars on my stomach that are
Oh,
just
you mean the
tiny.
scars if they can be seen?
Yeah, tiny little scars. Well, they were tiny. They got a bit stretched.
Lift up.
But I got one on my belly button, which is like all you can see of my belly button is a scar now.
Yeah, you can still see the scar there.
Yeah, and then there's this one here, which I forgot was a scar until I noticed it. They're just scars that are stretching. But yeah, all the scars on my stomach are stretching. I just realised I got this mole thing that is also, is it stretching? I can't see. Oh, there's a foot there.
It's stretching a little bit.
There's a little foot here.
When I first met you, it was a bit smaller.
Yeah, but also like this one. I never
And it's
noticed
like
that.
fainter. Oh, yeah, the birth mark.
But yeah, basically all of the little marks on my body are stretching on my stomach. I've also got this linea nigra, I hope I said that
We've
right,
spoken about that before, though.
which I've spoken about before, but that's a mark.
It's getting easier to see too.
Can't see under my belly
You read the top
anymore.
of your belly? I think watching you try and look at your belly is quite entertaining.
But I've got little, yeah, I just got lots of random marks. Another mark that, don't kick me, just finally got the sentence out. Another mark that has finally appeared is stretch marks. I've always had stretch marks on my thighs,
Hips.
hips. No, they're hips up here, thighs down here.
Well, on your side of your waist, kind of.
Yeah, like upper
Lower
leg.
waist.
Yeah, basically. I've always had these like white stretch marks on my upper thighs.
Leopard print.
What?
Leopard print. Look like a leopard print.
They look nothing like a leopard print. Leopards have spots.
Ah, don't worry.
You think you're tiger?
Yeah. Tiger print.
I'm putting that in. I've always had white stretch marks. You don't really notice them, and I've never had a problem with them before. But they've always been there, so I assumed when I started getting stretch marks, either they'd get worse or change colour, or that I'd just get them on my stomach, because my stomach is stretching and feels very much like it's stretching and very tight. But the white ones on my thighs are still there and have not changed at all. And I've been like watching my stomach, waiting for stretch marks to appear and like inspecting it all the time. And then out of nowhere, I just have purple.
Red. Reddish purple.
Reddish, I just suddenly have reddish purple stretch marks all over my butt. And I was just like, where the hell did these come from? I was actually so shocked because I've been expecting my stomach to get stretch marks this entire time. And then they just appeared without me even noticing on my butt. I just found a tag on my thing. Could you get that off?
You can keep talking, by the way.
What was I saying though? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Stretch marks.
Just stretch marks?
You were just finishing off about your stretch marks. How you should be moisturising your butt.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I thought maybe it's got something to do with the fact that I've moisturised my stomach, but I haven't been moisturising my butt. Because I just didn't think to moisturise my butt. So I'm wondering if maybe moisturiser is making a difference for me. Okay. We also, thank you, went shopping.
And I got conned into buying something else.
I didn't even try to con him, he just wanted to buy it. But we found this little sleeper, which is really, really cute. It's got bunnies on it. We have to get it. We also needed a sleeper, so this was convenient. It's really fluffy. And then while we were waiting, this was all waiting for my mum to pick out $60 worth of craft stuff, because there was a sale on it. It was like if you spent $60, it was the price of $30. So she was trying, she spent like forever trying to find $60 worth of things she actually needed. Anyway, so we were waiting across the road in Best and Less, looking at baby stuff. And my grandma came over and we were like, look what we're gonna get. All cute like that. But we also found this, which is like a matching, it's not got full bunnies, it's got like bunny heads on it.
Pretty much.
It's sort of creepy now that I think about it. Just the heads. But it's like semi-matching. And I was like, oh, look how cute this would be. And then I pointed out the fact that this was a whole $1 more expensive than this was. And like...
fabric.
So much more fabric for the same price, pretty much. But later, Grandma, who was with us, came out and she was like, look what I bought you. And she had bought me this.
A while later, hey?
Yeah, she'd actually bought me the matching thing because she knew we'd bought this one. So now it's going to be really cute, especially, I feel like I need to get a picture of us, like, when he's little in his sleeper, and I'll hold him whilst in my robe. So yeah, that was semi-exciting. We also have been getting a couple of little bits and pieces, and a few really big bits and pieces. For example, Luke's mum got us a dryer because we're going to have a baby in the middle of winter and it rains a lot and it's cold a lot and takes forever to dry stuff here.
And you wanted a dryer.
And I wanted a dryer. I didn't want that badly because I've never had a dryer to rely on. But she said she was going to get a dryer, so she got us a dryer, which we haven't unpacked or anything because it's just sitting in the garage at the moment. Yeah, so Luke's mum and aunt and possible other family members have gone in together to pay for this like rocking nursing chair thing and a little stool thing to go with it.
Ottoman and glider?
Yeah, so that's waiting to be put together. I'm contemplating putting it together now just so I can put it in the corner of the bedroom so that when I do get really sick with my heartburn at night, I can sleep sitting up.
If you can sleep.
Okay, pregnancy week by week. I haven't actually looked at this book for a while.
You should have like a burp count at the top of your videos and just...
Yeah. With my reflux, I've found that making myself do little burps reduces it. I know that sounds really weird, but I feel like the gas can come... I don't know, it just... What helps me is burping a lot. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I haven't vomited, is because I can like get out that icky feeling with burps instead. Oh, I also had my iron infusion this week, which is something major I probably should have mentioned.
A bit earlier, yeah. At least done a video on it.
Well, I was going to do a video on it, and I think I like record a couple of things about it, but it couldn't really record there, so I just didn't bother.
You tell us about it now.
But yeah, I had my iron infusion. I'm not feeling any better yet, but it can take weeks to kick in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not instant.
Okay.
It's not meant to kick in for at least a week or 2.
You check back at the 32-week pregnancy update.
Yeah. Another thing that I forgot to mention that I will add in somewhere is that my boobs are leaking. It's not like noticeably noticeable. It's generally like when I'm sitting down at the chair, just sitting down to get dressed or something, and I'll just like brush my hand accidentally over my nipple and it'll be wet and I'll be like, what the hell? And then I look down and it's just like the tiniest little bit of moisture on the very end of my nipple. And it's been doing that really randomly for a couple of weeks, but I didn't really register it.
Yeah.
This is really gross and a bit TMI, but people want to know this if they're pregnant. It's gotten to the point where they will be like, my nipples will be crusty. And at first I was like, what the hell? My nipples are infected, all this sort of panicky stuff. And then I realized that it's dried milk, like colostrum, coming through. It's not what I thought. When people said like that their nipples were leaking or they were leaking colostrum, I thought that meant they were like leaking like you do when you're breastfeeding and there's like wet patches all over your shirt, but it's really not that at all. That's it.
That's it.
I did belly shots earlier.
So we'll put them in now.
Can I keep this on? It's also cold, so I actually get to use all my fluffy stuff, which is really exciting. But anyway, it feels very low right now. It feels really big today.
Can I kiss it, baby?
It's got moisturiser all
I
over it.
moisturised you.
Okay, these shorts don't look like shorts,
Oh,
but they are
there's some
shorts.
blue veins on your belly. Beautiful belly. Look at it compared to my head. It's massive.
I will wrap it up here, and I guess I will go take my probiotic. I guess I will go take my antibiotic before I fall asleep, because I have to take it at least half an hour before food, so I have to stay up at least another half an hour.
And eat something.
And eat something.
So we'll see you in our next video.
I don't know why I keep doing this.
Yeah, I'll copy you. That looks
It's like
good
wiggles.
If you enjoyed watching, please give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more videos in the future, hit subscribe. Thank you!